Picture your favorite meal, the vibrant colors, the rich textures, the mouth-watering aroma. Now, watch as it turns to dust. This transformation isn't a scene from a movie. It's a stark reality unfolding across our planet. This is the silent, creeping threat of desertification, a crisis that begins in the soil but ends on our plates. To be clear, desertification isn't the Sahara Desert marching across continents. It's a much more insidious process. The degradation of land in arid, semi-arid, and dry, subhumid areas. Think of the Earth's topsoil as its living skin. It's a thin, fragile layer, but it's teeming with an invisible universe, the soil microbiome. Billions of bacteria, fungi, and other organisms work in symphony to recycle nutrients and store water. This living soil is also a crucial part of the global carbon cycle, holding 3 times more carbon than the entire atmosphere. When we degrade the land, we don't just erode dirt, we sterilize this entire ecosystem. The soil loses its structure, its ability to hold water, and its capacity to support life. It dies, and as it dies, it releases its stored carbon, creating a dangerous feedback loop that accelerates climate change. The impact on biodiversity is catastrophic. It's not just the crops that vanish, but the pollinators, the insects, the birds, and the mammals that depend on that delicate web of life. The primary drivers are a combination of human actions and a changing climate. Unsustainable agricultural practices, overgrazing, and deforestation strip the land of its protective cover, leaving it vulnerable to wind and water erosion. The scale of this crisis is staggering. Globally, over 2 billion people live in these vulnerable drylands, and up to 40% of the planet's land area is already degraded. Every single year, an area of fertile land roughly the size of Ireland is lost to degradation. That's 12 million hectares gone. This isn't just an environmental issue, it's a profound human tragedy. It's about losing our ability to feed a growing global population. When soil dies, crops fail, and pastures turn to dust. The UN estimates that crop yields could fall by up to 50% in some regions by 2050 due to land degradation. This leads directly to food shortages, skyrocketing prices, and widespread malnutrition, punishing the world's most vulnerable communities. But the crisis doesn't stop at the farm gate. It triggers a devastating domino effect that ripples across societies. As livelihoods evaporate, people are forced to leave their homes, leading to mass migration. Projections suggest that by 2050, desertification could displace as many as 135 million people. This puts immense pressure on urban centers and neighboring regions. The loss of agricultural productivity cripples national economies. And as competition for dwindling resources like water and fertile land intensifies, it can become a driver of instability and even violent conflict. The threat to our food security is, unequivocally, a threat to global stability. But this is not a story of despair. It is a call to action, because this is not a hopeless fight. Across the globe, a quiet revolution is underway, led by pioneers who are proving that we can turn the tide. Look at China's Loess Plateau. Once a symbol of ecological collapse, a massive restoration project has transformed its barren hills into a thriving green landscape, lifting millions from poverty. In India, communities are reviving ancient water harvesting techniques, building small earthen dams to capture monsoon rains, recharge groundwater, and bring rivers back to life. In the dry lands of Australia, farmers are leading the charge with regenerative agriculture, using cover crops and no-till farming to rebuild soil health and resilience. These efforts are being supercharged by modern technology. We now have satellites that monitor land health from space, providing early warnings. Drones are used for precision seeding, and artificial intelligence is optimizing irrigation systems to save every drop of water. This fusion of ancient wisdom and cutting-edge innovation shows us what's possible. We have the solutions. The future of our food is not written in sand. It will be cultivated by the choices we make today, and this is where you come in. As students and educators, you are powerful agents of change. The most powerful tool we have is education. Learn about this issue and then teach others. Start a project in your school, a community garden that practices regenerative principles. On a personal level, we can all make a difference. When we shop, we can support brands and farmers committed to sustainable practices. We can drastically reduce our food waste, understanding that every bit of wasted food represents wasted land, water, and energy. We can also raise our collective voice, support global campaigns, and demand that our leaders take meaningful policy action, investing in land restoration and supporting the communities on the front lines. The fight against desertification starts in the soil, but it is won in our classrooms, in our communities, and on our plates. Be curious, be vocal, be part of the solution. The health of our planet and the future of our food depends on it.